Hi, and welcome to Gray Reptile's YouTube channel. My name is Braston Gray. This is Mac, my blue-tongued skink. Basically, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk a little bit about myself and give my reptile history and my future goals for this channel. So, I am in my early 30s, much like every other reptile lover I know. I've been obsessed with reptiles pretty much my entire life. And my first pet reptile was a tokay gecko. Now, I would catch little lizards and stuff like that and keep them in, cruddy little tank for a couple days and set them free. I don't count those. Terrible husbandry. But I had a tokay gecko. I kept that little devil for about 10 years. He hated me the entire time. I don't recommend them for beginner pets. My parents wouldn't let me keep any snakes, not because they didn't like snakes, but they didn't like rodents, right? So that they wouldn't let me keep any kind of rodent-eating reptile in the house because they were terrified of mice and rats, even if they were going to be frozen. But yeah, since getting my first snake sometime in my 20s, really my obsession has just grown crazy. So most people around our town know me as the big lizard guy. So Mac, he may not be a big lizard, but we carry in our tegus occasionally to places like Petco, safely, of course. And we've kind of gained a little bit of a reputation. People know us as the big lizard people. We have tegus, we have monitors, and yeah, our little reptile collection, so to speak, has really just grown. I've made YouTube videos in the past on a totally different channel, and they were always a ton of fun to do. And for whatever reason, I just sort of got out of it. And once you get to a certain point in where you're at in life, you realize, hey, I want to get back into things that I really enjoyed doing. I really enjoyed making videos, and I think it's really important to kind of share your experiences and what you've learned. So, my goal for this channel here really is to make something that's a lot more geared towards intermediate keepers, people who've maybe been doing this a while. I'm by no means an expert. I don't have any PhDs or fancy degrees, anything like that. Kudos to you if you do. I think that's amazing. However, I'm really trying to gear this channel up towards like those intermediate keepers who keep weird or unique species and kind of share our knowledge together, because sometimes I feel like we're so closeted off, and we sometimes just don't really share all this like really valuable information that we've learned. So I really want to do that. Of course, blue tongue skinks are not an uncommon pet or anything super weird, but I've really been trying to work with a lot more monitors lately. So I don't really consider myself a breeder, although I have bred a few things before. Some people are working with Nile monitors in captivity. I really want to be doing that eventually at some point. I have a roughneck monitor I really want to get a female for. I think that would be really amazing too. And I guess kind of the big thing is I do have crocodilians. Yes, I know they make terrible, terrible pets, and really they shouldn't be pets for like 99.9% of people. But one thing that I've been blessed or fortunate enough is I have a piece of land that I'm very slowly but surely converting into what I hope is going to be a type of sanctuary for wildlife, and something that I can display all these amazing animals and have people come in and see them and be educated about it. So that's a very slow moving process. I'm very proud of what progress we have made. However, that's going to be something, further down the line. It's kind of my legacy, so to speak. So I'm still young, still working on it, but I've got a long way to go. We've got the land, the concepts of a plan, so to speak, but it's long moving. But I've got a few other things that I really want to talk about as well. So I touched on having some land, I touched on having some crocodilians and turning something in central Texas to like an amazing like wildlife sanctuary that the public can come in and be educated on animals. But I have a huge passion, especially being in central Texas. I live fairly close by to what's called the rattlesnake roundup, and Yeah, rattlesnake roundup is a pretty horrible event that happens every single year in Texas, sometime usually in March. And what happens is during the winter, these snake hunters go out and capture a lot of western diamondback rattlesnakes. And basically, for no reason, these animals are killed for entertainment, and it's something that's been bothering me for forever. So I have started very recently something called the Central Texas Crotalis Coalition, and Crotalis is kind of the first Latin name for rattlesnakes. So these western diamondback rattlesnakes. So what I want with this organization is to um, basically kickstart an event that would hopefully take place every year. That is kind of the anti rattlesnake roundup. So basically, my idea is to have an event that takes place in Central Texas, very close to where the rattlesnake roundup happens. But this is a humane, no kill, cruelty free alternative to the rattlesnake roundup that focuses entirely on education and promotes good conservation. So, this is something that is so very near and dear to my heart. So, I really want to use this channel as kind of my voice to get this information out there. And I want to be able to look back at this in several years and be like, wow, I did it. So, yeah, between getting a whole reptile uh, exhibit going for the public, I really want to host something annually that is the alternative to the rattlesnake roundup. It's a huge event in Texas, and I think a lot of other states are going towards the humane alternatives, and I think Texas is the next state to do it. And I think with y'all's help, of course, I'm Texan. With y'all's help, I think we can really do this. So, yeah, I really want to have a lot of fun with this channel. I want to talk about things that are, for those intermediate keepers, people who've been keeping a while, people who keep, unusual stuff. Because I think that we need a channel for that kind of stuff. And I want to post some herping videos. I want to post some videos like top 10 countdowns, tier lists. I think those are just a ton of fun. And just talk about weird stuff. I have some kind of unusual colubrids that I'm just ultra fascinated by. And I think a lot of people really will like that too. So, over the course of the next few months, I'm going to be very active on here. I'm going to post some unusual stuff. I'm going to post some updates about the Central Texas Crotalis Coalition as well. I really hope you guys stick around because the best is yet to come, and I hope that you all join me for the journey.